Hi guys, finally Australia has decided to respond to the 25% tariffs that Trump has imposed on Australian aluminum and other goods. However, the Prime Minister and government maintains that they are not going to retaliate. I don't know why they are not doing so, because other people in NATO, European countries, Australia is not in NATO though, but what I'm saying is closest allies of America are revenging, are retaliating, but Australia has taken a different approach, and we will see where this goes. Now, before I actually go and preempt this, let's just listen to the report and yeah, watch together.
First tonight, entirely unjustifiable and no way to treat a friend. That's our government's response after Donald Trump imposed a 25% tariff on US imports of aluminium and steel, which came into effect in the last few hours. But Australia won't retaliate.
This is a different panel than I've had. Everything's computer.
Donald Trump was today playing the statesman, using the White House and some notes to spruik Elon Musk's Teslas. But his friends abroad aren't getting the same kind of love. Despite a call by Anthony Albanese directly to the US president, he's refusing to exempt Australian steel and aluminium from the new tariff, wiping another $50 billion from our stock market, with the big miners and metal manufacturers diving.
Friends need to act in a way that reinforces to our respective populations the fact that we are friends. This is not a friendly act. Such a decision by the Trump administration is entirely unjustified.
Let's bring in Network political editor Ashley Raper for more on this. And Ash, despite this rebuke, Anthony Albanese says Australia won't retaliate with tariffs of our own.
No, he says he won't, Ursula, and that's more about the impact on Australia. The Prime Minister says reciprocal tariffs will only push prices up here and increase inflation. Anthony Albanese says tariffs and trade wars are an economic form of self-harm. He was strong in his language in response to President Trump's rejection of a carve-out for Australia for the steel and aluminium tariffs. And while it wasn't unexpected, there are concerns about the threat of more tariffs on exports like beef. So the Prime Minister insists his government has mobilised everything at its disposal, and that work hasn't stopped.
We don't regard this as a final decision. We will continue to advocate. The last time around, as I have said, it took months.
This is a bad day for Australia. A bad day because of the decision that our ally in America has made, but even worse because the Prime Minister is on his knees and can't even get a phone call.
The opposition leader has criticised the Prime Minister over his handling of this. They're seizing on the fact that Anthony Albanese revealed he asked for another phone call with the President, but it hasn't happened. The opposition leader has also said that the Prime Minister should have gone to Washington for a face-to-face meeting, but the Prime Minister says that that didn't work or make a difference for leaders who have made representations at the White House. Nobody secured an exemption. Ursula.
Canada has reacted differently to Trump's promised tariffs and in turn got a different response from the president. Trump's announcement of 25% tariffs on steel and aluminium saw Ontario's Premier announce a new charge on electricity going into the US, which then today saw the president threaten to double Canada's tariffs. But both the Premier and the president have now walked back their threats following a phone conversation.
Will you make a different decision now about the tariffs on Canada? Will you reduce it?
At that, but probably so, yeah. He was a gentleman.
And in more developments tonight, the EU has announced it will impose retaliatory tariffs of $44.5 billion on US goods.
So there you have it, guys. I think the reasoning behind not retaliating is the fact that when Australia imposes tariffs on goods that will be coming from the US, it means that Australians will be buying those goods at a very high price because of that hike in tariffs. So I don't know what you think. You can leave your comment, but I feel that's the way to go. But the best way to go is to negotiate, like Canada has done, as we have seen that there is a change of mind in Trump because Canada threatened to switch off electricity that goes to the US from Canada. What should Australia do? What do you think? Put your comments so that I can learn from you guys. Thank you so much.